Good afternoon. Hi, I'm Denise, and I'm a divorce and trauma recovery coach. I'm out for my walk today, and I just wanted to share with you a little bit about what I do. I help highly sensitive women, ages 40 plus, regain their sense of self and personal power after trauma, divorce, and narcissistic abuse. I help them with body friending, breathwork and movement to release trapped emotions, general life skills, and nutrition for symptoms like rumination, GI, sleep, anxiety, and so many others. Today, I'm connecting with you to talk about how to start a walking program, and a previous video of mine talked about the benefits of a walking program for trauma healing. And the first question I often get from my clients is, how long should I walk? And I just want to say that's kind of a tricky question for someone just starting out. So stay with me, I'll get to that answer soon. First, let's start with what the American Heart Association recommends for physical activity. The American Heart Association recommends 30 minutes of moderate intensity aerobic activity 5 days a week for a total of 150 minutes of cardiovascular activity. That's 30 minutes of cardio activity 5 days a week. And for a beginner walker, that can seem like a lot. I get that if you're just starting out. And sure, we all can't start at that level, yet we also can start a plan to build up to this level over time. And that's what I tell a lot of my clients, a focus on the building up plan. And I wanted to share a building up story. I remember a super nice client, a senior client named Mary. Both her doctor and her son were on her about getting some type of exercise. She joined the gym to get them off of her back. And during our first session, Mary shared with me that she was fearful and very worried about how she was going to start out doing the 30 minutes the first day. And I told her I understood her fears and her anxiety, and I said, let's put all of that on the back burner for now. And do you think you can do a minute? Do you think you can do a minute today on the treadmill? Her eyes got bright, and she said, I can do a minute, sure. And I got on the treadmill next to hers, and we started the treadmill at the lowest speed it could go. And guess what? She walked at that very low speed for 1 minute that day. And Mary, man, her spirit was flying. And she was just like, woohoo, I did it. And she was so accomplished, and got out of her own way and, minimized her fears. And so she was able to walk that 1 minute on the treadmill that very first day. And she felt so accomplished. So as a follow-on question, I then asked her, can you do that 3 days a week? And maybe take a day off in between those days? And Mary said, sure, I can do that. And so Mary was off to a good start. She committed to her plan, and she came in 3 days a week for the next 6 months. She was building her endurance, and each week she added additional time to her exercise goal. And so after 4 weeks of coming in three times a week, she was able to walk 5 minutes each session. And over time, she was able to build up from there. And so her ultimate goal was for her to accompany her grandchildren down to the school bus each morning. And in 6 months, she smashed her goal. She and her grandchildren were very happy, and so was her son and doctor too. So getting back to the question, how long should I walk for? Well, my recommendation is to start where you start. Be like Mary, set up small, achievable building block goals and build up from there. And you got this. So here are some general guidelines. If you're a beginner walker, consider walking anywhere from 1 to 5 minutes 3 times this week, and give yourself a break in between your walking sessions for recovery. If you're a more seasoned, advanced walker, consider walking 10 to 15 minutes 3 times again, with a break-in period between for recovery. Another cool thing to note about walking is there are wonderful benefits to walking multiple times a day. I know, head blown about all of that. So walking in shorter segments multiple times a day all adds up. So my motto, walk when you can. Maybe it's a short 10-minute walk in the morning, maybe a brief 5-minute walk at lunch or noontime, and maybe another 15-minute evening walk. It all adds up. And the example of walking in the morning, midday, and PM that I just shared with you, that all adds up to 30 minutes a day of cardiovascular activity. Again, that meets the American Heart Association's recommended movement per day. And so you can get that in broken up segments. So the second question I get asked a lot is, how fast should I walk? Well, there are no firm rules around pace or speed. And so my recommendation is to start at a pace that is comfortable for you. And the third question I get asked a lot is, should I be stretching before my walk? And I kind of say not necessarily. Walking on its own is a moving stretch for the body. And so it's just a nice warm way to start up. So in review, what are the steps to beginning a walking program? 1, walk only as far as you can comfortably finish. Start where you start and build up from there. Be like Mary and start with 1 minute. Add time as your endurance increases until you can comfortably walk that 30 minutes each session. And number 2, when you walk, consider warming up with a slower speed walk in the beginning so that your muscles and your heart and your body stretch out, kind of like starting up our cars. Then for the middle portion of your walk, try to pick up your pace just a little bit. And then for the final portion, slow your pace down a little bit so your body can cool down and you can get back home. Number 3, in the beginning, give yourself a day off in between sessions and consider walking Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, or for some people, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday schedule. As your endurance increases, you can add in a day, building to 5 days a week walking routine. And number 3, we all have busy schedules. If you're unable to walk for 30 minutes straight, no problem. Multiple walking sessions a day is awesome, and they all add up. So that's really the benefit. So get out, go for a walk, drop me a note if you're starting a walking program and how you're doing, and have a great day and take care, and I'll see you soon. The next video that I'm going to do is about what type of equipment I might need for a walking program. And again, walking's a great benefit. Almost anybody can do it. And I look forward to hearing how you're doing on your walking program. So namaste, have a really great day, and I'll talk to you soon.